Hello everyone, how is everyone doing? Welcome to Mama Martin's kitchen. This is Mama Martin. It's been a while, but I'm back. As you guys know, when you're old, you have pains, places you don't want it to be, shoulder, here, there, everywhere. And so I took a little break, but I'm back. We don't celebrate in Guyana. And of course, you know I'm not Irish. But I'm doing what I prepare for St.Patricks Day since I've been in the United States. And what I basically do is get corned brisket. I'm already put the seasoning that they give you in the package on the brisket and set it up and everything. I'm about to put it in the oven. I put it in at 350. I move the shelf up one, closer to the top, so that when it's cooking, it will cook faster, but it would stay softer longer than if you put it in the middle. So I'm going to put it in open, and then after a few minutes, I'll put foil over it, and then leave it there to cook. Now, I cannot say how long it will take because it depends on the brand of the brisket. But this is the pretty good one, so it should be done in about an hour. On 350, maybe a little less, maybe a little more, but I'll just keep checking it. And then the next thing I'll do is I'm doing the cabbage, and basically I'm going to steam it with butter and not too much seasoning. And I used to do a little bit of rice, but now rice is not eaten in this family because of diabetics in the family. And since I have to do potatoes, because potatoes is Irish, I'm not going to do rice. So I'm just going to do potatoes and the cabbage and the brisket, and then I'll make a green salad. And you guys would see the finished product, the beginning and the finished product as we go along. I'm putting in the brisket, and I'm going to leave it there for a bit and then take it out and cover it. So that's step number one. I'm about to cut up the cabbage to steam it. I'm not going to cut it up like when you're making cabbage with beef or any such thing. I'm going to do it bigger. And anytime I see these hard parts, even though they said it's the healthiest part of the cabbage is hard, so I just cut it off. Cut it in half. And then that hard piece in the middle, I cut it out. That's how I got this shape. You don't have to shape it, you just get it out, because you don't cook that, of course. And then this is the other part. And then I just lay it down, and I'm just going to go across like this, because I'm cutting it big, because I'm going to steam it with butter. If I was cooking it with like cabbage and chicken or cabbage and beef or something, then I would have start cutting down here, and smaller, slimmer pieces, because you're making it stew kind of. You cook the beef and all that, and you add the cabbage and the carrots, and when you're finished, it's a sight to behold. But this is going to steam with butter, so that's the reason why it's so big, so you can have that steam look, and it doesn't look like if you make cabbage stew. And then I'm loosening it up, and wherever I come across hard pieces, I cut it up. I don't want it to be leafy. And then I'm going to loose all of it up to get it to be to open up in the pan, and I put the butter. And you can eat butter if you're diabetic. They told us that we shouldn't, but if it's real butter, it's healthy. I just rinsed the cabbage out because I washed it before. And just rinse it out because I'm done cutting it. Draining off the excess water. And then I'm going to set the pan up with butter. This is the butter I'm using, and it's real butter. And it's bought at either Aldi or Lidl. It's a little more costly than margarine, but margarine is not healthy, especially for older people that are compromised, and even your young kids. So this is the butter I'm going to use. It's always hard, it never gets soft. No matter how long you sit it out, it never really gets soft. So you have to wait on it to melt. If I'm putting it on anything that I'm just sprinkling it on, I just melt it in the microwave. And it never, you sit it out all day, it never gets soft. I'm turning on the stove to between high and medium, just for this to melt faster. And then I'm going to add the cabbage. And I'll show you what seasonings I'm going to use in it. My favorite, as you guys know, this goes in everything as long as it's nutty. And this is onion powder, because I'm not going to put fresh onion in it. That's onion powder. I use whatever brand looks like this in the bottle. It doesn't look like white dust. If it looks like white dust, when you throw it into the pan, it goes up into your nostrils. It blows away. So I don't know what that is. But and then I put a little bit of garlic powder. And the garlic powder should look like this in the bottle. It has like little grains. You can buy any brand you want, but it should look like this. No paprika or anything. This is the amount of butter I got from what I put in. So I'm going to start with that. If I think I need it to be a little bit more buttery, I'll just add a little bit more. So I'm going to put in the cabbage. See, it makes a different, totally different sound in the butter compared to oil. All the filaments filling up all in my face, being so hot. This is the Goya adobo seasoning with the green cover. I have 3 different, I have to peek to make sure I don't put too much. See how much is going in there. They have 3 different colors in covers. You have the green, you have blue and red. And I like the green because of what it has. Each has a little different something in it. Basic stuff, but then one has pimento, this one, the green has cumin, and the red has pimento. I'm not sure what the blue was. I never bought it. This is the onion powder. And this is the garlic powder, which would be very little. Cabbage is almost done. See, it's you can see the butter and it is translucent. I have to bring it up close to my face because I don't see. Or I have to have Rondell, who you guys know as Daily Dale, peeking at it to tell me, well, yes, it's not too soft. See? Not overcooked, not undercooked. Okay, this is it. It's finished. I'm about to take off the stove, and I cooked it at the same heat between high and medium. And it's done. Nice and shiny and buttery. I'm about to cover it now. It starts to cook. I'm going to cover it and then put it back. So it was in there for like about 20-25 minutes. And I'm going to cover it and put it back. As I said, I can't tell you exactly how long it's going to take to get soft, and then for me to take off the cover and make it crispy. but it depends on the brand. But it will eventually finish. And now I'm going to put it back in the oven. Excuse me, Christian. May I open the oven? Please? If you don't say please, he doesn't do what you ask for. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Happy birthday.
Put it back in the oven and then I'm just going to leave it there. I'm not going to be fussing with it anymore. It's going to cook, and when it's done, it's supposed to be very soft. And then I put it for a little bit to get it crispy, and that's it. Now, okay, now I'm about to do the potatoes. May I have my pan, Christian? No, not physically giving me the pan. I need the pan on that board because that's a bigger board. Oh Lord. Thank you. Thank you. See? It's going to take too long. You're going to get bored. I'm putting some thyme on the potatoes that Christian put in the butter to cook. To give it a nice flavor. And then I'm going to put usual the adobo. And as I always say, these amounts that I'm putting, you start with putting little amounts when you're first doing these things. And then you get a taste. And then you continue adding according to your taste. I do not measure ingredients. This is a little bit of garlic powder. I was never taught that way. As I was taught by my grandmother, who never measured anything. Baby potatoes, I did not take out the skin. I'm cooking with the skin. Okay, Christian, turn. Come closer so that you do not... Come closer so that you don't get burned. Okay, you have to turn it. Christian is left-handed. I'm right-handed. So to me, it's very awkward. And I guess to him, I'm awkward. Now, you're going. It's still making that sound. That means the pan doesn't have enough water yet. Okay, I just pour some hot water in it because I always have my kettle boiling, and I do not put cold water on food. So now I'm going to cover it, and it's down low, and leave it there to simmer and get soft. Okay, here is the finished product with the potatoes. See how shiny it is with the butter and everything. It has thyme on it. The Goya seasoning, a little bit of onion powder, a little bit of garlic powder, and that's it. This is the finished product. The brisket, well, you saw it at the beginning. Now it's half the size. As we know, meat shrinks. And that's the finished product. This is the finished dinner. This is the brisket, the cabbage, nice and buttery. And these are the potatoes, and that's how our dinner will look on St. Patrick's Day. This is what I make for St. Patrick's Day, and I hope when you make it, you try it, you will enjoy it. It is delicious. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to subscribe and like. Take care.